There's no doubt about it. The Super Mario Brothers movie is going to be huge. I'm talking more than just a movie huge. That's right. Today I'm breaking down why I think the Super Mario Brothers movie is opening doors for Nintendo that we don't even see yet, and why I think it may change Nintendo as we know it for the future. First of all, let me just say that Nintendo partnering with Illumination is 1000% the right call. I absolutely love Illumination, and I think it's perfect for the Mario franchise. This past Christmas, Ashley and I watched The Grinch by Illumination twice and absolutely fell in love with it all over again. That's right, Illumination makes more than just Despicable Me, believe it or not. Their visuals are absolutely stunning, and their storytelling is great as well. And I think you can see just that, the heart and soul that they're pouring into the Super Mario Brothers movie with the trailers that we've seen already. From things like Mario Kart being included, other characters like Donkey Kong and the antique hammer sign showing off the very first appearance of Mario, as well as just all of the little power-ups that you see in the game really showcase how important they realize this movie is going to be and how much love and care they're putting into it. And they're really trying hard to make this movie a success, and rightfully so. I think it's no argument at all that Mario is the biggest video game franchise across any platform. I mean, go ahead and show anybody you know a picture of Mario and they're going to know who he is. So it's not a far stretch to say this may be one of the biggest things to happen to Nintendo in years. And as a gaming company, most of the time the movie and TV spin-offs don't always work out that well. Mario had this happen in the 90s, and shows like Halo and movies like Uncharted quickly get forgotten. But one thing that I think this movie has going completely for it is the fact that they went with the CGI or quote kiddie approach to the movie, which personally is mine and Ashley's favorite types of movies of all time. Think about it. Kids will be freaking out over this movie. People like me and Ashley around our age will be freaking out about this movie. Even adults who have kids or even don't have kids that have played Mario at some point in their life will also be freaking out about this movie. It truly is a movie for all generations. And I mean, Ashley and I haven't been to the movie in literally years. There hasn't been anything we want to go spend our money on to watch in the movies. But this movie is going to be incredible. It has us so excited, even more excited than we are for any Marvel movies, even in their prime. And unfortunately, I feel like Marvel movies have phased out a bit. But you know that may be the absolute best thing for Nintendo is for the Marvel movies to phase out. No one expected Iron Man to absolutely kick off the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe like he did, but he did. And who knows, maybe this Super Mario Brothers movie could spark something for the movie industry for Nintendo. And of course, it doesn't have to copy Marvel. That's not what I'm saying. I think that's what made Marvel so great, is that Marvel was its own thing, and that's what took Marvel to new heights and made them such good movies. It wasn't like there wasn't a superhero movie before Iron Man. There were superhero movies. Marvel just took the superhero movies and put them on the next level. And I think Nintendo could do just that. And with Marvel unfortunately phasing out, I think that fans really need something to get into more than just one movie, something to be excited for, something to look forward to, something that when a trailer gets released, the world and the internet just goes absolutely crazy. And like I said before, Nintendo could be that for everyone, as Nintendo does pretty much relate to everyone. I really think what this movie could do is make Mario huge for everyone again, not just the dedicated Nintendo gamers. That is super smart for business from the Nintendo side. And before you say, wait, Dusty, are you saying that Nintendo could be as big as Marvel movies? I'm saying it's possible. Think of all the characters that are in the Nintendo universe. And I don't know if you caught this in the trailer when Peach said,
"There's a huge universe out there with a lot of galaxies."
And most Nintendo fans, whenever they watched this trailer and heard that, probably thought, oh, okay, Super Mario Galaxy. This is a reference to Super Mario Galaxy 1 and Super Mario Galaxy 2. But honestly, that's not where my mind went. I thought about that for a split second, but then I was like, wait a minute. This could be something even bigger. If you notice in the trailer, there are tons of portals leading everywhere. Even on Rainbow Road, it doesn't really look like they're going anywhere. It kind of looks like they're going into another portal or something going on into the abyss. Whether this is just for the trailer purposes or if this is actually what it's going to look like in the movie, I don't know, but it does look like they're going somewhere very suspicious. And heck, even in the movie, Mario and Luigi are transported from New York all the way to Mushroom Kingdom. This is just confirmation that there are different portals and different worlds in this universe already. What I'm suggesting is what I said at the beginning of the video. This Super Mario Brothers movie could go just beyond the Super Mario Brothers movie. They could expand so far with the Nintendo universe. And there are already endless possibilities just from what we've seen in the first few trailers. A Captain Toad movie, a Luigi's Mansion movie, a Donkey Kong movie. And don't even get me started on like a Bowser origin story or something like that. And thinking beyond that, think of things we haven't even seen in the trailers yet, just stuff that we know Nintendo has that could be made into a movie. When Ashley and I first watched this trailer, we were both like, oh my gosh, imagine if they did get a Legend of Zelda movie like this? Does Link talk? Does Link not talk? How crazy would it be to make a movie where the main protagonist doesn't even talk?
Guess that's worth a kiss, huh? Ha! I won!
You know what? In hindsight, maybe Link shouldn't talk in this movie. And the beauty of really how all of this is being set up is that none of the portals really have to tie together. With different galaxies being implemented, as Peach said earlier, I really think that this could really help them bring in other titles like The Legend of Zelda, being of course in its own universe. Or, you know, Animal Crossing or Kirby or Star Fox or Pikmin or any of these other amazing Nintendo games that we do have. And as I said, they could be completely separate from each other without any ties, as they are their own universes. Aside from something like Captain Toad or Donkey Kong relating with Mario, I think that these other titles could be their own thing. This would help avoid confusion and a lot of plot holes that unfortunately find their way into series that do tie in together. And even if they do decide to stay separate, imagine if it all ended up tying into a Super Smash Bros. Movie. How crazy would that be? I get so excited thinking of all the possibilities we could have for this, and knowing that Nintendo is the first to explore a lot of these crazy things for gaming, I don't think it's a far stretch to say that they could be the ones to do it. And you guys could be thinking I'm absolutely crazy, but let's not forget that back around midsummer or early fall, Nintendo did buy Dynamo Pictures to turn it into what we now know as Nintendo Pictures. It does seem that this is separate from Illumination, but clearly they do want to make more animated content. Why else would they buy Dynamo Pictures? And as Nintendo fans, let's be honest with ourselves, we're going to love it if more Nintendo movies start to pop up in theaters. And not to be swept under the rug is the Nintendo theme park. Who would have ever saw that coming? It's clear that they're wanting to broaden their horizons as a business, and from a business standpoint, that is just pure genius. And even just think about their games. They changed the formula for one of the most well-known video game series of all time, The Legend of Zelda, and made Breath of the Wild, which in my opinion is the greatest game ever made. And also for Kirby. With Kirby and the Forgotten Land, they put that pink puffball back on the map, and that game was so amazing. But just looking back to the movies, if the movies are going to be as good as Detective Pikachu was in 2019, I think we have a lot to look forward to, whether they decide to go the live action route or whether they decide to stay the CGI route. I've said for years that I think Nintendo could overtake the gaming franchise, and I think with these few little tweaks and a few additions to get more people excited for Nintendo games, I think that they could do just that, and not only that, but do very successful in other industries as well. Either way, I'm so excited for the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Let me know in the comments below what kind of movies you guys would like to see from Nintendo be adapted by either Illumination or Nintendo Pictures. Where do you see Nintendo going with all this? Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Everyone have an amazing day and God bless.